Welcome back, students. Today we'll discuss some non-ferrous type of materials and their alloys. Now, before we go to study on today's class, we just recapitulate on the previous class what you studied previous class. Now, the study was that the cast iron and defined the types and defined aluminium and magnesium alloys, nickel alloys, copper alloys. Now, today we'll discuss on one type of non-ferrous alloy, that is basically a lead. And you know that what is engineering material, what is the suitable properties should be there that you can choose a particular materials in engineering purposes. So there are some certain parameters are there. We already discussed on the previous lectures. Now we are going to the next topic, that is different types of ferrous material like lead, zinc, tin, as well as aluminum, which we'll discuss in previous class already. Now lead. Now, lead is one type of non-ferrous materials, obviously, no doubt about that. You know that the non-ferrous material is such type of material in which ferrous content is not present, or it is in very much less quantity other than any other types of materials. Now, lead actually, it is the heaviest of the common metal. So, out of the common metal, this is the heaviest, and it's basically extracted from galena. So, this very important term, galena. The question will be asked in your semester that lead is extracted from galena or bauxite or any other types of option will be given to you. Now, the correct answer will be galena. Now, lead will be extracted from the galena. So, main source is galena. Now, it is basically bluish gray in color, and the specific gravity is 7.1. And the melting point, you know that what is melting point, solidification point. So, melting point is that particular point in which the solid materials is transformed into liquid state. Now, in this type of material, in this material actually, the melting point is basically 360 degree Celsius, which is very, very low actually. But as you know that as it is, lead is basically a non-ferrous type of material compared to the ferrous material is very much high melting temperature actually. But as it is, lead is actually non-ferrous type of material, so melting point will be lower. So that is basically 360 degrees Celsius. And resistance to corrosion is very much important property, corrosion. So corrosion chapter are there, so we'll discuss later actually. But the lead actually corrosion to resistance. Next is nature in soft in nature. As it is soft, it can be ductile as well as malleable. Malleable means it can be easily rolled into different shape or thin sheet. So this is malleable and heavy. Obviously, what is the applications? The application is that it is uses in coating of electrical cables and any other also devices. It is also used. Now, tin is another non-ferrous type of material. You have some sort of idea on that. It should be that. But tin is melting point. What is the melting point? Is basically 240 degree B, which is far below from the lead, and it is also malleable. That means it is soft and ductile. So it is basically nature of soft and ductile natures. And it is, what is the utilization? Utilization is that for making important alloys such as fine solder, brushes, because you know that actually brass and bronze are the main main source is that is the alloy. Actually, it's a mixture of copper and zinc, and bronze is copper and tin. So tin also used to make an alloy that is called bronze. So it is used in case of when you want to the bronze, obviously copper will be mixed up with tin. And similarly, when you're doing fine solder term will be in your manufacturing technology subject, where soldering process are given. So soldering process, soldering process where the material should use, that is called soldering or solder. So that solder actually given from the occupied from that tin. Okay. Now the next non-ferrous type of material, that is zinc. Now, what is the source of zinc? Zinc source is blend, or it is something called zinc sulfide or calamine. It is also came in your semester that the question will be come out in your semester that what is the source of zinc, or it will be come out in your MCQ also. So zinc is basically a source. Main source is that blend, or zinc. It is something called zinc sulfide or zinc calamine or ZnCO3. As you know that zinc basically a low cost and obviously corrosion resistant. So what you see that the corrosion resistance property very much important from material to materials, because as the material increases, as the material property increases, corrosion property should be increases. So the corrosion resistance property should be there within the material to resist another type of so that the material should not failure. The melting point is 420 degrees Celsius. Now high fluidity and low melting point, as you know the melting point is far below from the compared to the other ferrous type of materials. And roll into thin sheets means it is actually malleable and as well ductile, it is soft, so that's why it is rolled into thin sheet. And what is the uses? That is used for producing brushes. Okay, its main uses is that producing brushes. Okay, thank you.